Hello, welcome to Yoga Flow. And today's theme is going to be forgiveness, more specifically self-forgiveness. So I will give you some affirmations and prompts to ponder as we go through this practice. And what we're going to do here is we're going to get nice and warm in the beginning, and then we're going to come down and spend a little bit more time on the floor, a little bit longer in the poses, just so that you are aware. We will use a strap towards the end. A block or 2 blocks can be used if you need stability for warrior 1 or for warrior 3. We will go into that today. Other than that, that's all you need. Maybe knee cushion from time to time. All right. So finding a nice comfortable seat, be nice and tall, grow taller from crown to tail. So think about ears, shoulders, and hips in alignment, zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel. We'll tuck our chin and we'll settle in. As you settle in, is there anywhere that you could soften just a little bit more? And then bringing that awareness into the breath. So as you inhale, can you expand that rib cage? And exhale, slowly release, but could you find a little bit more engagement, belly button into the spine as you exhale? And I'm going to encourage you to take that Ujjayi pranayama, that back of the throat ocean breath, if you've got that in your practice here. Fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Touching palms together. Exhale, hands and hearts. Now, as I said, I'm going to give you the intention of self-forgiveness. But if you have something else that resonates better with you, take that one. And once you have that set, we'll inhale, take the arms up overhead, turning palms away, grow taller as we come down. And turning palms up, big inhale, turning palms away, big exhale. One more time, inhale, take it up. Exhale, take arms in front of you. Good, now just find some little rotations here in the shoulders. And then palms are going to come towards the ceiling, taking hands to the shoulders, and we'll open and close, keeping the rib cage in so we're not popping in and out like a fish out of water. You can stay with this movement, or you can take this into some circles. If you took circles, let's take that in the opposite direction. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll take the arms out to the side, turning palms up, bring it back up. Big inhale, exhale, take it over towards the left, sits bones grounded. Reach through that top arm. Breathe and expand. Now from here, you choose. You can stay here. You can side bend deeper. You can open towards your ceiling, or you can C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Good. Inhale, exhale, move through center, go right into the other side. Reach, 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 really reaching with that top arm. Breathe and expand. And then you choose your path, staying here, coming out, maybe side bending deeper. You can open towards your ceiling, or you can find a C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, coming back up. Good. From here, we're going to take hands behind the head. Shoulders are not grounded, but they're not up here by the ears. So they want to be relaxed. Elbows are going to be out, but they don't have to be wide as possible. And then we're going to inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now you can close your eyes and take that a little bit quicker if you want to. As long as you're not cranking through the spine on your rotation, you can take it, whatever speed works. If you took a faster pace, we'll slow that down. And we'll come back to center. Now from here, hands are going to stay where they are. We're going to go into some side bends. Think about feeling the low rib cage and the top of the hips touching each other. They may not happen, but just think about you're going towards that direction. So we'll side bend and right and left and right and left and right, and hips stay grounded. Good. And then when we're ready, we'll take it up. Big inhale, look up there, turning palms away, grow taller. Get any other little movement here that your body's asking you to do. Is that, a spinal roll, some shoulder rolls, some neck rolls here. Actually, I'm going to do that. That feels pretty good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to all fours. Now, I'm going to use my blanket here as a knee cushion. You can also use a pillow as a knee cushion, and you might be someone who doesn't need that, and that's okay too. Same thing for the wrist. You can always cushion them. If this extreme extension is not a good idea, you can put a blanket or a wedge under there to where they're up a little higher. Yep. Now, spreading the fingers nice and wide, rooting through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Knees are under the hips, belly button is in. We're just going to stick to some basic cat-cows today. Inhale, shine that heart forward, tip that pelvis back. Exhale and round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Maybe as you move through here, come to the affirmation, I am worthy of forgiveness. Say that to yourself. I am worthy of forgiveness. Good. And then from here, coming back to tabletop. Taking that right foot back, pressing big toe and pinky toe mounds into the mat. Strong, even upper body, maybe a micro bend in the elbows. Press straight back here. Let that right hip drop slightly. Belly button is in. And then when you're ready, we'll come back forward. Lifting that leg, lifting the left arm. Here we go. Inhale, exhale to the diagonal. Inhale, center. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Take a break. Stay here. Bend that right knee, or maybe take that left hand around, grabbing pants, ankle, or foot. Let that right knee come into the midline if you're taking this option. Rolling left shoulder back, belly button in. Squeeze that right glute. Right foot goes up to the ceiling. And then from here, once you've done that, carefully release without slingshotting if you're bound, and we'll take that back down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You can come back and decompress if you need to do that. We're going to take that all on the other side. So when you're ready, coming back tabletop, left foot's going to come back, pressing big toe, pinky toe mound into the mat, pressing back through the heels. Good. Pressing evenly, big toe, pinky toe mound. That's wrong. Pointer, thumb, pinky, press into those. You're already doing that with the foot pressing back, big toe, pinky toe. When you're ready, coming forward, lifting that left leg, right arm comes forward. So here we go. Big inhale, exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, center. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen, stay here. Bend the left knee only, or reach around and grab something. Oops, don't lose your balance. Good. Left knee's in towards midline. Rolling that right shoulder back, squeezing the left glute, taking that left foot up towards the ceiling. Careful not to crunch the back here. How do you know? Well, if the back feels like it's crunching, then it is crunching. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good, release without slingshotting. Reach, reach, reach. Taking that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Maybe come back, decompress. And come back up. Now let's find a juicy child's pose. So knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. Arms can be long in front of you, or hands back by the ankles if your shoulders don't want that yet. Good. Zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel, breathe and expand. Now come to your intention here. Reconnect with that breath. Remember that affirmation I gave you? I am worthy of forgiveness. I can forgive myself. I can forgive myself because I am worthy of forgiveness. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good. We're going to make our way to downward facing dog here. So if you're shorter like me, you're probably fine where you are. Taller people take a half a hand's width or full hand's width forward, tucking the toes, pressing in and forward into the hands as you lift and shift back. Now from here, hips, knees, and toes are tracking in that alignment. Press evenly into big toe, pinky toe mouths. Head and neck are free. Shoulders are back in their pockets, ears by the biceps. You can stay here. You can bend and stretch if you've got some back issues or tightness in the back body. Always keep a little bend in the knees. You can walk your dog. That's one leg at a time. You can come high on the toes and drop the heels. Find what you need. Yeah. And then from here, when you're ready, from your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees and pause. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Get into all four corners of the feet. Bend the knees a little bit here. Find a little dangle. I like to grab my elbows and dangle, but you do not have to. Breathe and expand. Good. Now from here, if you've got the elbows, we'll release. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, flat back. Fingers on the floor, the shins or the thighs. Exhale when we'll bow. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll fold. Put a bend in the knees. Walk those hands back forward. Find your downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Blocks, floor, shins or thighs. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath, mountain, intention. Big inhale when we reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale when we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, knees lifted or grounded. Now really press that floor away from you. Find a good plank, a good strong plank. Plank works the whole body. It's great. Good. Now from here, we're going to lower knees first. Good. And carefully lower all the way back down. Hands a little forward into the side of the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders and the elbows. Belly button is in. Big inhale. Exhale. Find a baby cobra. And we'll lower. Inhale, belly button in. Find a baby cobra or a medium cobra. Good. So remember not to hang in the low back like this. You want to be supported, and we don't want to hang in the shoulders like this. So be supported, and we'll lower. Inhale, exhale, belly button in, baby cobra, medium cobra, or high cobra. And lower that back down. Inhale, exhale, baby cobra, medium cobra, high cobra, or maybe a full upward facing dog. And lowering that back down. And we'll wiggle. Good. From here, stronger, more experienced yogis can tuck the toes, push up into plank, shift back down dog, or move with me through tabletop, finding your down dog. Finding some breaths here. Come back to your intention. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to move through 3 of those pretty quickly. You choose to take or skip the flow, but here's a new one to ponder as we work this out. Forgiveness is the gift I give myself. Forgiveness is the gift I give myself. Big inhale, exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From your down dog when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale when we lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip your flow. I'm going to skip this one. From down dog when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last one, inhale and lift. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From down dog when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, and tension. Those of you that are newer to me or newer to yoga, you can have your feet hip width apart. Those of you that are not can step your feet closer together or together. Be where you need to be here. Big inhale, exhale, sit back into chair. And wherever you are practicing here, get into the heels, get into the glutes, zip up through that belly button, find your breath. And we'll take the arms forward. Now staying in this chair, we're going to open and close and open and close and open and close. Take it back and up and back and up and back and up. Zip it all the way up. Inhale, exhale, hands to prayer as we fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. I'm going to skip this one. From down dog when you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee, round, step, or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Now you can bring a block in here if you need to help with stability as you warrior prep that back foot. And when you're ready, rise. Strong warrior 1. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Get into both heels, both balls of the feet. Strong in that back leg. Front knee is over behind the ankle. Inhale, exhale, taking that down. Planting the hands, swiveling up back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. From the down dog, when you're ready, right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step or pick up and put that right foot forward between the hands. Bring that block in if you need it. Warrior prepping that back foot. Be strong and stable as we rise. Front hip comes back. Check those feet engagements, those leg engagements. Make your muscles work. Inhale, exhale, taking that down. Swiveling up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, sit back into chair. Round 2, we're going to add on this time. So again, feet and legs can be together or hip width apart here. I forgive myself for the hurt I have caused. I forgive myself for the hurt I have caused. We have all hurt somebody or something in one shape or form in our lives. You can forgive yourself for that. You can't control what the other person does, but you can forgive yourself so you can move on with your healing. And lowering the arms, and we'll open and close and open and close and open and close and open and close and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward all the way up. Exhale, hands in the heart center, find a prayer chair. From here, big inhale, exhale, we're going to take that chair twist to the right, opening that right shoulder. Watch your knees, they should be even. So if the left hip came forward, take the left hip back. Inhale, exhale, coming back to center. Pressing it up, taking it down. Inhale, exhale, taking that chair twist to the left. Again, watch your knees, open that left shoulder. Coming back to center, and we'll lift, and we'll come down. Here we go. Now we're going to change this up. Some of you are going to step the left foot back and then come into a prayer twist here. Those of you that are a little bit more advanced, find your chair. Good. Find your prayer twist to the right, then step your left foot back there. Good. Strong through the back leg. Really open up through that shoulder. Inhale, exhale, take that down. Front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Now you can always drop that back knee as well if you need that extra support. When you're ready, right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Warrior prep, rise. Strong warrior 1. Breathe. Find your intention. Good. Going into a little bit of a core challenge here. So really zip up into that front body. Feet, legs, knees do not move as you hinge forward with a long spine. That knee stays over or behind the ankle. You're still strong through that back leg. When you're ready, we'll take that down. Hands on the inside of that foot. Walk it out towards the about 45 degrees. So your upper body is down dog. Your lower body is warrior. Watch your knees and hips. Make sure they're not tweaky. You can stay here. You can come on a block. You can shift back. Maybe forearms can come down here. Shoulders in their pockets. Breathe into the rib cage. Good. And then from here, we'll lift. We'll walk those hands back around. Swivel up that back foot. Front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Noticing how you feel. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow. Get your feet ready. We're going to go back into that chair position and we'll sit back into our chair. Finding breath, finding intention. And here we go with that again. And we're going to open and close and open and close and open and close and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Find that prayer twist. Inhale, exhale, take that to the left. Coming back through center, press it up, taking it back down. Prayer twist to the right. Coming back through center, taking it up, taking it down. Prayer twist to the left. So here's where some of you are going to stay here and step a foot back. Some of you are going to step back first and then come into the twist. This time we'll step the right foot back. Good. Finding that twist, opening that left shoulder, strong in both feet, both legs. Back knee can drop at any time. Inhale, exhale, taking that down. Front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Whew. I'm building some good heat here. I hope you are too. When you're ready, left leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee. Round, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Warrior prepping that back foot, be strong and stable as you rise. Front hip comes back. Zipping up that front body. Breathe that good air. Here's another affirmation. I accept my shortcomings and forgive myself. I accept my shortcomings and forgive myself. We all have them. Zipping up through the front body, strong in the feet, hinge forward. Little core challenge here. Remember, the front knee does not move its position. We're stronger through the back leg. Inhale, exhale, taking that down. Hands on the inside of that foot. We're going to walk it out 45 degrees. You can stay here on a block. You can shift back. Maybe forearms come down. Shoulders in their pockets. Breathe into that rib cage. Inhale and lift. Exhale, walk that back around. Swivel up the back foot. Front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Let's find that wonderful downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root engage and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. Good. So before we make our way down to the floor and stay down there, we're going to come into a warrior 3 challenge. So if you have 2 blocks, that's great. If not, you can certainly do this with 1, just kind of have it forward. And some of you may not need a block at all, and that's also okay. So I'm going to show you, we're going to do this step by step. Some of you, again, won't need the blocks, but they're there just in case. So we're going to start on the left leg. So because I've got 2 blocks here, I've got my left leg right between them. Hip, knee, and toe track forward. Please do not practice turning your foot and things inward. That brings Unnecessary risk to your knees, your hips, and your low back. Zipping up through the front body. Good. Some of you are just going to pick up that right leg and take it back there. Maybe this is your warrior 3 today. Maybe you can take it a little bit more forward. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. If you're not using any props, hands can be at prayer, forward, to the side, to the back, maybe even back here, you choose. I'm going to take my hands on the blocks today, though, and I'm really going to press into that left heel. So I want to come out of that hip. So here's hanging hip. I want to lift up out of there. My right leg, toes, knees, and hips are facing the floor. They're not turned out away from the body. My belly button is in, and I'm breathing. And I'm breathing. And then from here, the way that's best for you, we'll carefully come up out of there, shake out that left leg. Let's take that to the other side. So now my right leg is being prepped, hip, knee, and toe track forward. I'm zipping up. Good. Maybe finding a warrior 3 here. Maybe here. Maybe you can go a little bit more. Don't go deeper and more advanced if you're not stable in the beginning parts. Good. You will not magically become more stable there. I'm pressing into the heel. I'm coming out of the hip. Left toes, knees, and hips are facing the floor. They're not turning to the side. Ooh, it's so hard to break that habit of hanging in the hips. And when you're ready, good, we'll carefully come out of there and come up. Shake out the supporting leg. Let's begin to make our way down to the floor. I'm just going to put my blocks to the side here. Good. So from the top, as we begin this next flow, you say to yourself, I am human and I make mistakes. Because I am human and I make mistakes, I am worthy of forgiveness. And forgiveness is that gift I give to myself. Big inhale, exhale when we fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale when we'll bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip that flow. Good. So we're going to come into pigeon from here. And we're going to hold this for a little bit here. I'm going to give you the option for belly down, which is what I'm going to show, and then figure 4 on your back. So from here, left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. I'm going to take that left knee behind the left wrist, and I'm going to work my way down here. Now I am open and I can come all the way down to the floor. A lot of people cannot. So if that's you, take a pillow, a blanket, a block, something put under there. A floating hip is a risky hip in this position. So if you have nothing or nothing really works, then what I would like for you to do is to come onto your back, cross that left ankle over the right knee. For figure 4, it is the exact same hip opener, but it's kinder and safer to your joints. So take care of yourself. And we're going to breathe right here. Breathe and expand. And because I can forgive myself, I can forgive others. Being mindful, forgiving and forgetting are absolutely not the same thing. You're not going to forget what someone did or a situation, but you can forgive so you can move on, learn from that, and engage your own healing. They are in charge of their healing. That's not your job. So you can forgive to move on with your healing. And forgiveness does take time. There's different situations. And there's always help available if you need to talk that through with somebody. And when you're ready, good. If you were on your back, roll over to your side. You can come back to a down dog if you want to, or just take your knees to the chest. Those of us that went belly down, find your way back to a downward facing dog, and then walk your dog here. Really press through the feet if you're walking your dog here. Good, and we'll take that to the other side. So if you're on your back for figure 4, you'll just cross your right ankle over the left knee. Those of you following me, right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee, round, step, or well, don't step or pick up and put the foot there, but you can certainly pick up a knee and put it behind your wrist if you need to do that. Good. Find your spot, fill in any space if you've got any there, or come onto your back. And then we'll be here with a few breaths. Coming to the breath, breathe and expand. You can bring that ujjayi in here. And when you're ready, carefully find your way back to a downward facing dog. If you're on your back, take your knees into your chest. You can roll over to your side for a seat. That's where we're coming next. And then when you're ready, we will come down and we will find a seat. I'm going to bring my blanket back in here for this one. I don't always need a blanket, but my hips and my back just always feel better now that I'm older when I'm sitting up just a little bit more. So we're going to come to a Janu Sirsasana here, and I'm going to bring in a block, and I'm going to show you the strap. So we're going to start with the left leg forward. Okay. And I'm going to bring my right foot into that left thigh. Now, some of you cannot reach your foot when you fold here. And if that's you, you can bring your strap or your belt in here so you have that connection. Okay. Some of you can go beyond the foot with your reach. And if that's you, you can bring a block in here. Let me show you from this angle point of view. Good. You can bring a block in here this way, or this way, depending on where your reach is. And some of you are just happy reaching the foot, and that's okay too. So I'm actually just gonna demo this from here. So when you're ready, left leg is forward, right foot's gonna come in, come to an anterior tilt of the pelvis. So tailbone's gonna come back a little bit, hip bones are gonna rock forward, zip up through that front body, big inhale and reach. Exhale, hinge forward with a long spine first. Notice how I'm not curving just yet. And then when I can come no more, let yourself settle in there, okay? And we'll breathe here. So self-compassion is part of forgiveness. Self-compassion encourages me to learn and grow. Self-compassion encourages me to learn and grow. Good. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, coming up out of there. Lengthen that spine and take a gentle twist to your left, rolling that shoulder back, looking behind you. And coming back center. We're going to switch that out and do that to the other side. So now your right leg is going to come forward. Your left foot's going to come into that thigh. Good. Bring in any props in here that you want to use for this. And when you're ready, good. Reset your pelvis if you need to do that. Tailbone back, hip bones forward. Sitting up nice and tall, big inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, long spine to start. And then folding it. Breathe and expand. Returning the breath. And when you're ready, inhale, look forward. Exhale, carefully come up out of there. Nice and tall in the spine. Take that gentle rotation to the right. Rolling that right shoulder back, looking behind you. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center. Now we're going to take a wide legged forward fold here. So I'm just going to rearrange my space. Good. So legs are going to come out to the side. Good. Remember, not your widest possible, so leave your body some space to move. Again, find that anterior tilt, tailbone back, hip bones rock forward, feet in flexion, big inhale and reach. Exhale, hinge forward, long spine. And when you come no more with the long spine, take the hands down. Let your body keep a long spine and come into this one gradually. And breathe and expand. And when you're ready, good. We'll carefully come up out of there. Good. Take your peace fingers behind your knees. Bring those legs in. Good. Take your feet about hip width apart or a little bit wider. Take your hands behind you. And then find a nice little windshield wiper here. How far you go from one side to the other just kind of depends on you and how you feel. But sometimes a nice windshield wiper can feel good after that seated, wide-legged forward fold. Good. So from here, when you're ready, we're going to come onto our backs. Make sure you bring your strap with you. And I'm going to move my block out of the way. But I'm going to have my blanket relatively close because I'm going to use it as part of my Shavasana with my bolster that's over there. Good. You come onto your back. Just roll the shoulders back. Good. Now take your hands behind your knees and kind of bring them in towards the shoulders. They probably won't touch the shoulders. Just bring them in that direction. Good. And feel the length from crown to tail here. And while we're here, just let's roll those ankles in one direction. Or snap, crackle, pop is okay as long as there's no pain associated with it. This means that there's air in the joint. Good. And then we'll take that in the opposite direction. And we'll release those feet back down. Rolling the shoulders back, pressing arms into the floor. We're going to take a basic bridge. Hips, knees, and toes are going to track. Big inhale, exhale, press evenly into both feet. Lift the hips up to the ceiling. Your body will let you know when you should not come up any higher. Really engage that upper body. So we're pressing those arms and shoulders into the floor. And we'll lower that back down. Good. Now I'm going to take my strap here. I'm going to fold it in half. And then once I've got it folded in half, I'm going to slip it under my tailbone here. And I'm going to hold on to it with each hand. Now from here, I'm going to roll my shoulders under. Good. I've got my strap. I'm going to press evenly into both feet, lifting up into my bridge. Now maybe I can roll my shoulders under a little bit deeper. I'm reaching that strap towards the heels. So a little bit more of a heart opener with this bridge. And maybe say this to yourself: self-criticism, self-torture, self-punishment does not help me become my best self. Self-criticism, self-torture, self-punishment does not help me be my best self. And we'll release that strap and lower that down. Knees into the chest and rock side to side. We'll take that strap. We're going to place that strap around the center part of the right leg, right foot rather, the better way to say that. Good. So from here, I've got a strap in each hand. I'm going to let that leg come in towards the face. Keep a little micro bend in this knee. Breathe and expand. I am worthy of forgiveness. I can forgive myself. Because I forgive myself, I can forgive others. And we'll release that leg. Both straps into the right hand, both hips, both shoulders will stay grounded here. Taking that right leg out to the right. You might have to kind of wiggle around to find your sweet spot. That's okay. And then those of you that are able and want to, you can take your left leg long in front of you, left arm long behind you, reaching from the left fingers to that left heel. I accept I am human and make mistakes. I accept my shortcomings and forgive myself. Good. We'll release out of there, coming back up. Good. Both straps into the left hand. Good. We'll arc that over. Find your 45-degree arc. You can stay here. You can move the foot around for something extra special, or you can take that leg all the way over. And I've got to move over here. Good. All the way over into full spinal twist, keeping leg in line with the hip. So put something under that leg if you can't hold it there on your own. And you can turn your head to the right for full spinal twist. And coming back to center. Good, we'll take a mid-air switcheroo here. So now I've got that strap around the center part of the left foot. I'm going to bring that leg in. Breathe and expand. And forgiveness is the best gift I can give myself. I can forgive myself for the hurt that I may have caused others. And we'll release both straps into the right or left hand, taking that leg out to the left, both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. You can wiggle around to find your sweet spot here if you need that. Good. And those of you that want to and are able can take that right leg long in front of you, right leg arm long behind you, and reach from right fingertips to right heel. Really reach, reach. Self-compassion encourages me to learn and grow. Coming back up. Good. Both straps into the right hand. You can take that 45-degree arc over and stay there. You can move that foot around. You can take that leg over into full spinal twist, keeping leg in line with the hip, left shoulder grounded, looking to the left. There's self-criticism, self-punishment, self-torture does not help me be my best self. And coming back to center, removing that foot from the strap, knees into the chest, rock, side to side. Coming into your Shavasana from here. So I'm going to bring my folded blanket in here for a neck pillow. I'm going to grab my bolster to facilitate better relaxation under my legs here. Good. Find where you need to be. See if you can make yourself about 10% more comfortable. And then given all of the self-forgiveness affirmations I've given you, I'm going to leave you with this last thought. Today, I start fresh. Today, I start fresh. Taking some deep breaths here. Choose stillness or gently take head and neck from side to side. Choose stillness or invite movement of fingers and toes. Choose stillness or taking knees into the chest, choosing to keep the upper body lowered Or maybe with that self-forgiveness, you feel like giving yourself a big hug today. And choosing stillness, removing any props out of the way if you used any during your Shavasana time. Taking legs long in front of you, arms long behind you, and reach and lengthen from the edge of the fingertips to the edge of the toes. Full body stretch, point and flex through the feet, bend and stretch through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And from here, whenever you're ready, carefully bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over onto your right or left side, the side that works best for your body in this moment. Taking all the time that you need here. When you're ready, bringing yourself up back to a comfortable seat where we started our practice. Noticing how you feel. Palms up, inhale, reach, 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 and lengthen, touching palms together. Exhale, hands and hearts. Reconnect with that intention, the one you chose, or this one of self-forgiveness that I gave you at the beginning of class, one more time. And we'll take the thumbs to the forehead for good and true thoughts, to our lips for good and kind words, and to our hearts for open and loving hearts, knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you have the courage to start fresh. Namaste.